Hello and welcome to the 741 channel. Thank you for stopping by. Today we're going to take a look at this old Craftsman air compressor. I've had this thing for close to 20 years now and it's worked trouble-free up until now. The problem I'm having with it is actually relatively minor. I can still use it for the most part, but what seems to be happening is that it seems to be leaking from somewhere here under the regulator cover. Now if I keep it at a low pressure, say around 50 or 60 or something like that, where I'm just filling up tires or something like that with it, it's okay. Now it's obviously still leaking at those pressures, but it's not as noticeable. If I crank it up higher to run something like, say, an impact wrench or something like that, you can really start to hear it hiss from under the cover here. So let's pull this cover off and see what we're dealing with. Hopefully it's just a loose fitting or something like that. The first thing we're going to do is loosen this plastic lock screw that's around the regulator adjustment knob. You can see it's knurled, and we should be able to grab this by hand. Just kind of back it off. So with that out of the way, the cover should just lift off of here. Okay, so I've got the compressor all pressurized, and I don't know if you guys can hear it in the camera or not, but it is leaking a little bit. Let me crank up the regulator pressure a little bit, and then you can kind of hear what's going on. Okay, so you can see that I'm up at maximum pressure, and you may be able to actually see the little bit of Teflon tape kind of flowing here, and I can feel it coming out right around here. It almost feels like it's coming out of the bottom of this regulator adjuster, so this may be the problem. Okay, that being loose is probably the root of the problem, but also being plastic, you probably can't tighten it up much more than what it is without breaking it. So I think what I'm going to do is let some of the pressure bleed off here, and then maybe we'll pull this all the way off and see if there's a way we can kind of seal the threads on this a little bit better than what they are. So I've got the regulator off of the unit here. I'm going to be careful because there's a lot going on here, but I think I've found the problem. So you can see here there's sort of a needle valve type arrangement, and of course this is all plastic, but it seems like it's in decent shape. I'm going to put that back in where it goes here. Next up we have a spring that goes up here, and that is what can adjust the tension of the regulator here. And then on top of the outer part of the plastic piece there is this plastic washer that would normally be on there. And you may be able to see that I've only got part of it here, and even that part of it is cracked. So I think this is the root of the problem. This little washer here that was kind of in that position has disintegrated. Okay, so I think I've got a couple of options here. Now what I could do is go on Sears Parts Direct or something like that and try and order the exact replacement, or I could go down to the hardware store and see if they have something that would work for this application. Okay, but what I think I'm gonna do to save myself a trip and some time is to just put some automotive RTV silicone in here and see if that'll kind of seal things up, at least for now. So you may be able to see that I've put some plumber's Teflon tape around the threads on the regulator base, and what that'll do is that'll help take up any gaps that have formed over time as this plastic on the regulator housing has aged. But as I said before, I really think the root of the problem is the fact that that washer or gasket that goes on top of this rubber part has aged and cracked and disappeared. So we're going to put a thin layer of this blue RTV silicone on there to kind of take up that space. Now this is a tube of Permatex Ultra Blue that I've had for a long time and haven't opened up, but it should still be fine. So we'll put a little bit on there and see what happens. So as you can see, I've got a layer of the blue RTV in there on the inside surface of the plastic housing. So next up I'll put this piece back in, and this is the piece that actually adjusts the pressure in there, and this kind of sits in the plastic knob, and the plastic knob is really there to just kind of give you the leverage to be able to kind of turn this thing. So we'll drop that in place. Next up I'll drop this piece on, and you can see this is a combination of sort of a plastic needle valve and kind of a rubber diaphragm around the outside. And we'll drop that in place, and that sort of allows this thing to kind of move up and down and control the airflow through the regulator. Next up, we'll bring the spring back and put that on top of here and kind of seat it down into those grooves. And then we'll bring the plastic body back and just screw it down on top of everything here. And then we'll just kind of push down on this thing and try and get the threads started. So now what I'll do is I'll tighten this up as much as I can by hand. Now that I've got this tightened up as much as I could by hand, I'm going to take this pair of crescent pliers and just kind of tighten it just ever so slightly more, just to make sure it makes a good seal. We don't want to tighten it too much, otherwise this plastic could crack. So as you can see, I've got everything back together here. What I'm going to do is let this sit for a little while so that the silicone will cure, and then we'll bring this thing up to pressure and see if everything is working as expected. Okay, so it's been about 6 hours since I put the silicone on here. Normally I'd like to let this sit for 12 or maybe even 24 hours before putting any pressure on it, but I need to use the compressor, so we're going to take our chances and see what happens. Okay, so as you can see, I've got the pressure up to about 90, 95 or so. I've got the regulator up to maximum, and there doesn't seem to be any leaking. So I think the problem is solved. The last thing to do is put the cover back on. Okay, so now we'll just put this thumb screw back on, and we should be good to go. Okay, that's pretty much going to wrap things up for the repair of this old Craftsman air compressor. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to leave a comment or subscribe, feel free to do that as well. Thanks for watching.